Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, the third struggle point we've noticed people have is actually not hearing at all from their ex. So many people equate the success of a no contact rule to its ability to elicit an anxious response from their ex. We often get seduced by these stories online of a no contact rule driving an ex so crazy that they blow your phone up with 15 text messages, the last of which is begging for you to come back. I made a mistake, come back to me. Of course, when that doesn't happen immediately, you rationalize it as being a long shot anyway. So 1 week goes by, you haven't heard from your ex, no big deal, it's only been a week. 2 weeks, you're starting to get a little bit worried, but a lot of the results you found online show that the real magic doesn't happen till week 3. Well, week 3 rolls up and still nothing. Now it's time to start actively panicking, right? Well, I actually got curious about this a few years ago. So a few years ago, I decided to poll our private Facebook support group asking them one simple question. For those of you who have completed the no contact rule, how many of your exes reached out to you during that time? Turns out the research showed that in 62% of cases, your ex won't reach out to you at all during no contact. Yet, we found that almost every single one of our success stories, people who have gone through our program, gotten their exes back, have used a no contact rule. So what gives? I think that what we as a society need to do is we need to stop looking at the no contact rule as a means to make your ex miss you. That's not what matters. What matters is that what you are doing with your time during the no contact rule away from your ex, that is the magic sauce. How are you using your time? Are you cultivating new friendships and ambitions? Or are you feeling horrible that the no contact rule isn't having the desired effect you felt you were entitled to? If you are doing that, you're falling into the trap. And it really doesn't work that way. Consistently, we found that what separates our successes from our non-successes is literally how they spent their time during no contact. Be productive and invest in yourself, not your ex. And that brings me to my fourth and final struggle point, which is the roller coaster impact. So as of today, I've written over 800 articles for my website, exboyfriendrecovery.com. And being completely honest with you, it's boring. Half the time, I feel like I'm just trying to find different ways to illustrate the same points, say the same things in different ways to make it sound fresh and unique. So one of the games I actually play with myself when I write these type of articles is to try to find something new to add to the conversation. And that could be a lot of things. A new hypothesis or concept I came up with, a new way of phrasing something. Recently, I've started calling the anxious avoidant relationship cycle, the relationship wheel of death, exposing you to a new philosophical teaching that has inspired me. And the no contact rule struggle points that I've been sort of talking about here for the past 8 to 10 minutes, the new twist occurred when I stumbled across a Reddit thread asking the same question that basically this video, this podcast, this article is trying to answer. What is the absolute hardest day of no contact? Well, 7 years ago, a commenter named Throwaway in Pain 1234, really fun name, left the following comment. The hardest days were when I thought I was over it, the breakup, and feeling good. Suddenly something would come along and it would all come crashing down. To be brought from high to low so quickly is always a more dramatic feeling than simply slipping lower and lower and lower. What a beautiful way to describe the roller coaster phenomenon. So the no contact rule is difficult precisely because it encourages you to quickly go from a low to a high. And those who embrace it can actually see some profound change. However, there's no telling what the future holds. Sometimes that high can be brought low with one mean text from an ex. Maybe seeing your ex's car or someone who's driving an exact version of your ex's car can bring you from that high to that low. What about your song? Or what about watching a movie that the two of you saw in theaters together? Anything can bring you down during the no contact rule because grief takes time to process. And I want to reiterate that it's okay to feel these roller coaster of emotions after a breakup. It's normal even. However, it's a mistake to give in to your fears. It'd be super corny and quote one of my favorite science fiction books of all time, Dune, I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Here's my point. When you're dealing with the no contact rule,